Hello everyone and welcome back to Half Magic Tarot. Today's pick a card reading is What Wish Will Come True Soon. So there are 4 piles to choose from, and I suggest selecting your pile based on the pile marker that sparks a memory in you. So for example, I would choose pile 2, the Song of the Siren, because the swirls in her necklace and on her top reminds me of when I was a kid and I would play MASH with my friends, and we would choose the number that you're eliminating by drawing like a swirl like that and then stopping and counting the number of lines in it, the number of rings. So that is why I would choose that. Feel free to pause the video now to select your pile. I will put the timestamps in the description down below, and let's get started. If you selected pile 1, Atlantis, welcome to your reading. Let's figure out what wish of yours is coming true soon. So we're starting off your spread here with this Ace of Pentacles. So immediately what I'm getting is that for a lot of you, this dream that is coming true is related to your job or career. So for example, this could be you finally landing that dream job, finally getting your promotion, finally getting a raise. It could be that you open up your own business and it's pretty successful. It could be even that you get to start traveling for work. Maybe you get offered a job that allows you to move to a city that you've always wanted to live in. But it's this really tangible, material wish that's coming true into your life. And with this particular card, the goddess that is represented on this card is Fortuna, which is the Roman goddess of wealth and prosperity. And you can see she's holding a giant coin and she's got this cornucopia. So this represents abundance. It could be both financially, but also just in terms of you're kind of reaping the rewards of the fruit of your labor. And so all of this hard work that you've been putting in is definitely going to pay off. And I do think that you've been putting in a lot of hard work, because the next card in your spread is this Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is someone who rules with logic, someone who uses their intelligence to have things go their way. And if you look at this particular card, this goddess is kind of split down the middle. She's got 2 sides, and one of them is this side that is very serious, very analytical, very much strategic, going after what she wants. And then the other side is, happy, looking for that abundance. The other side is the side that really rules the ambition and the passion and the drive that fuels that logical side. And so I think this is really the energy that you have been embodying that is going to allow this wish to come true for you. Because it's one thing to have ambition and to have goals and to desire something, but I always tell people, if you're working on manifesting something, you can want something forever, but you also have to put in some of your own energy and work. So for example, if you're trying to manifest your dream job, you have to go out and put in some job applications. That's just the way it works. It's not going to fall into your lap 99% of the time. If you want to be in a romantic relationship, you have to leave the house. It's those little things, and I think you are aware of that. And so you have really been tapping into that strategy. It could be that you have been, making 5-year plans or 1-year plans or monthly checklists of what you need to do to try to have this wish come true for you. And I think all of that work has definitely paid off, because in the middle of your spread, we have the 8 of Wands, which is a card about quick incoming messages. So I think this success, this wish coming true, is very rapid. It happens kind of unexpectedly. And I also think that the goddess on this card is the goddess of flowering, so blooming, things growing. And obviously this is something that is growing new in your life. And with the 3 of Wands next in your spread, this could, as I said, be a job that you literally move for. You move to a different city, or a job that allows you to travel. It could be that because you get a raise or a promotion, you decide to reward yourself with a trip, like a little vacation. But definitely I see you celebrating this, maybe with the people around you. And the other message that I'm getting from this 3 of Wands is the goddesses on this card each represent like a different virtue, and one of them is discipline. So that really ties back into that Queen of Swords energy of you earning this through your discipline, through your drive. And finally, at the end of your spread, we have the 10 of Swords. And if you look closely at this card, this person looks very worried. They have all these swords pointed at them, and there's a ring in the water behind them. And so I think this is the ending of that worry for you. The 10 of Swords is all about endings. And so because this is a wish coming true, I don't think this is negative, obviously. I think this is the ending of you being worried about whether it's not going to happen. And because you do have this treasure that is right behind you. You have this treasure that is becoming clear to you now as this thing is offered to you, as these messages come in about your success, your job, your career, being able to go on this trip, whatever it is. And so I think that the thing that you have been wishing for is going to come true very soon, thanks to your discipline, your hard work, your ambition, your drive. And it's something that your friends and your family members are going to be very proud of you for accomplishing as well. And I do see you celebrating with them. So your pile marker is Atlantis, which says rapid development, excellence, and success, which really, I think, encapsulates the whole reading because this does feel like a very rapid development. It feels like you just really put your mind to it and you practiced and you did what you had to do and it paid off. And a lot of it is through your intelligence, your analytic ability, your strategy. And because of that, you are really developing your life, your professional career. And I think that it's going to unlock a lot of treasures in your life, both in your ability to have more maybe disposable income, to have fun with your friends, and also just feeling more accomplished and proud of yourself. So your first sea Melodies card says dream, follow your yearning for the deep blue sea. So this to me really represents the second side of that Queen of Swords, the dreaming part, because you have to have a dream, you have to have a desire, a goal, a wish in order to really take those steps to go after it. And so I think you are someone who is very ambitious, and that ambition has served you well. You followed that yearning. You've really thought about it strategically and how to get to where you want and unlock this cornucopia that's represented by the Ace of Pentacles. The second sea Melodies card you have is generosity, and that says, what good is treasure if you keep it for yourself? So this is, I think, about you sharing in that abundance, because we have two cards here that are really about growth and flowering. You know, the Ace of Pentacles and then the Eight of Wands. You've got all of this abundance coming in, specifically in this very like practical, tangible part of your life. That's your wish coming true. But because of that, you are going to have something to celebrate with your friends and maybe more disposable income to have a trip with your friends or your family. And so I think that the people around you will share in your happiness, and you will have a lot of fun with this. So congratulations to you, my pile ones. That is it for your reading. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you again. Take care. If you selected Pile 2, the Song of the Siren, welcome to your reading. Let's figure out what wish of yours is coming true soon. So we're starting off your spread here with the Lovers. So immediately what I'm getting is that this is about your love life. I'm picking up that for most of you, you have been single for quite some time. And I think a lot of you are kind of hesitant to open yourself up to love, maybe out of a fear of vulnerability, maybe because you just have low self-esteem. You feel like, I don't really know if there's anyone that's out there for me, or you just haven't really been drawn to anyone. But the energy of the goddess represented on this card, Venus, is coming into your life. Venus is the goddess of love, and she wants to bring you abundance and love. And not only that, but with the Lovers, this is a very strong connection. This could be soulmate energy. And we also have the Hierophant here, which I see as a marriage card a lot. So definitely this person that is coming in for you soon in love could be the person that you end up being together with for the rest of your life. You could get married. They could be your life partner, someone that you live with. But definitely this is a very strong romantic connection that is coming in for you. And going back to you being single for a while, the reason why I'm picking up on that is because of this Four of Pentacles next in your spread. The Four of Pentacles is a card of keeping things to yourself. And when I see this come up in readings that are related to love, I see this almost as like a refusal to open up, a refusal to put yourself out there. And if you look at this card, the person on this card is looking out kind of toward the ocean. And so I kind of see that as this desire to adventure, this desire to put yourself out there and, explore the fish in the sea, so to speak, but feeling like you are stuck where you are, feeling not confident enough or not enough just generally to be able to do it. And I think that sentiment is also really coming through in the pile marker you selected, this Song of the Siren, because this card is about, the siren is like a mermaid who sings and kind of lures people in with their songs. And sometimes when this card comes up, it can indicate someone who has kind of cut off their own voice because they feel like it's not good enough or not attractive enough, not enticing enough, not alluring enough. And so I think that's kind of where you are, where you felt like, maybe I'm just not enough. I don't really feel comfortable putting myself out there romantically. I feel a little bit silly about it. I feel like I need to be perfect in order to be loved. I was just talking about this maybe 2 nights ago with this girl that I met, Rosie. Shout out to Rosie. We were talking about the poem Wild Geese by Mary Oliver, which I highly recommend you read if you've never read it. I'm going to paraphrase because I don't remember the exact wording off the top of my head. But the beginning of the poem is basically like, you don't have to be good. You don't have to drag yourself through a desert repenting. You can just let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. And to me, that means you don't have to be perfect in order to be happy or to be loved. You don't have to meet some imaginary milestone in order to be worthy. And I think that's something that a lot of people struggle with. I know it's something that I've struggled with. And especially women, I think, struggle with in love, that you feel like, well, I need to lose weight, or I need to have more money, or I need to finish my degree, or I need to take care of my family, or I need to do this and this before I can allow myself to open myself up to the possibility of love. And so I think this wish that is coming true for you is you being able to open yourself back up to love. And not only that, but in the middle of your spread, we have the Six of Wands, which is the card of victory. So not only do you open yourself back up, but you are experiencing a victory in your love life. You are, experiencing this very fiery passion. And as I said, I think this is a connection that will last for a very long time with the Hierophant next in your spread. Another message that I'm getting from this is that the person that is coming in for you could be a Taurus or have a prominent Taurus placement in their natal chart, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. And I'm also getting with this King of Wands at the end of your spread that they could be a Leo or have a prominent Leo placement in their natal chart, so Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. But really, I think these two cards together, the Hierophant and the King of Wands, I think this represents you and your person. So I think maybe one of you is a Taurus, maybe one of you is Leo or has those Taurus or Leo placements. But definitely with the Hierophant here, this person that's coming in for you has a very deep spiritual connection with you. They have a very deep understanding with you. And the Hierophant is a card that is kind of almost resistance to change. But in a love reading, I don't see that in a negative way. It's like this extreme loyalty, this extreme understanding of each other. And a lot of times this is like a life partner card. So again, I do think that this person coming in for you is someone that you will be with for a long time and someone who really understands you on a deep spiritual level. With the King of Wands at the end of your spread, again, this could represent this person, this could represent you, but this person coming in definitely has a lot of passion towards you. They are very attracted to you right off the bat. So if that's something that you have been worried about, maybe one of the reasons why you have been holding yourself back off from love, like, I don't feel like I'm attractive enough, I don't know if someone's going to want me, don't worry about that, because this person finds you extremely attractive, and not just physically, also in terms of your personality. And this person has a lot of fun with you. I think they really make you laugh. They like to go on adventures with you. They really want you to open up and feel comfortable being yourself around them. And that's a really beautiful place to be at. So your first C Melodies card is Perseverance, which says stay the course. So I think this is really the message for you, that even though it's difficult to make yourself vulnerable, because you have to make yourself vulnerable in order to be known, in order to be loved, you have to open yourself up to that possibility of being hurt in order to experience all the joys of being known and being loved. You're really being encouraged to continue embodying that bravery, because ultimately it will serve you very well, as evidenced in the Six of Wands, that card of victory. And then the second C Melodies card you have here is Stillness, which says, in calm waters, everything becomes clear. And so I think this is maybe you being able to tell when you meet this person that's coming in for you that they're just right for you. Like, you just know. You don't feel anxiety about it. So I think a lot of times we kind of trick ourselves into thinking, oh, if we have like butterflies, then that means that maybe they're the person for us. But I feel like you and this person you feel comfortable with each other almost immediately, versus you feeling like anxious. You feel like you can just innately trust this person. And congratulations to you guys with Pile 2s. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you again, and take care. If you selected Pile 3, Soul Cage, welcome to your reading. Let's figure out what wish of yours will come true soon. Okay, so I want to start at the end of your spread here with this Four of Swords and this Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords is a card about anxiety. It's a card about restlessness. You could be literally suffering from insomnia, or depression, anxiety, but really this is kind of a negative mental state to be in. And so I feel like for a lot of you, you have been struggling with this, where maybe you are prone to depressive episodes, you've been experiencing a lot of anxiety, your mental health just has not been great. And I think that's really doubled down with this Four of Swords, because the Four of Swords can indicate like a time out. And on this particular card, this goddess is upset because she's kind of alone on the moon and she's looking at the earth really longingly. And so I feel like for a lot of you, this represents feeling like you have isolated yourself, like you're not having fun with everyone else. There could be a lot of FOMO, fear of missing out, going on here. But I think for a lot of you, you just feel very disconnected. You feel very anxious. You feel very alone. This is really like heavy, emotionally burdensome energy. But the good news is we've got the Eight of Cups in the middle of your spread. So if you look at this card, on the top of the card, there is someone on this raft that is sailing away. And then there's this goddess left on the shore who is crying over this person leaving, or over all these spilled cups. And so I think you are being represented by both of these people. So the crying goddess on the shore is this version of you that is currently happening, who is experiencing these mental health issues, who's experiencing the sadness, depression, anxiety, loneliness. And this person sailing away is representing this part of you that is having this wish come true of being able to leave behind this energy. And so you can see this person is sailing away, they're moving away from that. And the Eight of Cups is a card that is about transition, and it's in particular an emotional transition. So this is going from feeling emotionally drained, sad, scared, and you're going towards something better, more fulfilling for you. And the thing that you're going towards is represented on the left side of the spread. So you can see the person is kind of sailing off to the left. And what you have on the left side is Judgment and the Moon. So these two are major arcana cards, and major arcana are these really big spiritual lessons. So I think you kind of have almost this epiphany of what you are supposed to be doing and how to kind of get yourself out of this rut. Obviously, mental health issues are not something that you can always just pull yourself up like by the bootstraps from. But I think there are ways in which it's very easy to contribute to your own suffering. And I speak from experience. I am someone who has had depression basically my entire life. And I think it's very easy for me to kind of sit in the depression and let it engulf me. But I find that if I actively try to do things that are maybe fun, it really brings me out of that. If I distract myself with other things, if I surround myself with fun music or nice food, or I take a shower, like it really does help everything. And so I think there's a difference between like Eeyoring, which is when you're like, my life sucks, I'm not going to do anything, I'm just going to sit here and continue to let it suck, versus like, having a sense of optimism in the face of maybe these things that are terrible, which would be like, yeah, my life's not ideal right now. I still feel sad for no reason sometimes, but I can still take care of myself. So I'm going to give myself like one task of something that will make me happy, maybe one task of something that's like good for my well-being. And I think just doing some of those things really helps you out. But let's get back to the card. So we have the Moon. And the Moon is a card that is about things that have previously been hidden coming to light. And so I really do think for a lot of you kind of have this epiphany, especially with Judgment as the first card in your spread, because Judgment is like a call to action. It's figuring out what you want to do with your life. It's figuring out what you need to do. It's looking deep at yourself and figuring out what you need to leave behind in order to become the best version of yourself. And so with the Moon next to it, I think this, it's no longer being obscured. You can kind of see through the darkness now. And so I think this is really the wish that's coming true, is you feeling more of a sense of purpose and kind of having some illumination in the darkness of your mind. So I think your mental health does get a lot better soon. So that is a really awesome thing to happen to you. And that's also coming through in the pile marker that you selected, which is Soul Cage. And it says rescue, escape from captivity and restriction. So the captivity and restriction obviously has to do with your mental health, but you are being rescued from that. You are escaping from that. You are overcoming this. And the Soul Cage is like this prison where you are kind of suspended between life and death. Technically you're alive, but you're not really living, and you're not dead, but it feels like there's just no movement. There's no change. And so I think you really are escaping that, and you are coming back up toward the light, like this, the man in this card. And so I do see, again, your mental health improving a lot soon. And that's also coming through in your Sea Melodies cards. So your first one says Strength, which says stay afloat and feel steady and calm. So you are going to experience the strength to kind of overcome some of these mental health struggles, to kind of gain clarity and gain purpose in your life, and learn how to maybe persevere and roll with the punches a little better than you previously were. The second card is Prudence, which says don't be allured by the siren song. So that's a really interesting card in context with these other cards. Prudence is basically like caution. So not allowing yourself to succumb to the siren song. If you know anything about sirens, they are in folklore, like basically mermaids who will sing a song to kind of lure sailors out into the sea or out into the water, and then they drown them. And so, especially with this soul cage card here, which is about kind of being held captive underwater, this is saying don't allow yourself to continue being held captive. Even though sometimes it feels easier to kind of sink to the bottom, especially if it's familiar, if you feel like comfortable in that sadness because it's what you're used to, if you feel comfortable in that darkness, but don't allow yourself to stay there and get used to it. Don't allow yourself to, as I said before, Eeyore, because it's not going to serve you in the long run. I think it's just going to make you unhappier. And I think that's really good advice because I personally know someone who does have Eeyore syndrome, where they are, tend to have some mental health issues, but I feel like they just kind of make it worse for themselves. Like they sit in the dark all day, they watch these like really violent TV shows or videos, they don't really go out and try to have fun, they don't cook for themselves, they don't really do anything that would spark joy or make their life like better. And so I think it's very easy to do that and then be like, yeah, my life sucks, but it's like, what are you trying to do to improve it? Because no matter your circumstances, there's always something that can be done to make you a little bit happier. And it can be as simple as like taking a walk outside or taking a shower or walking down to the convenience store and getting like a slushie or, talking to a friend or family member. There's always ways to have these little pick-me-ups that are not going to continue to you with your self-isolation and your kind of it's very easy to feel isolated and to feel alone when you are not allowing yourself to open up to the beauty of the world around you, is what I'm getting at. So definitely, I do feel like for my pile threes, the wish that is coming true for you is that your mental health is improving and you just feel more of a life purpose, which is really awesome. So congratulations to you, my pile threes. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you again and take care. If you selected pile 4, beauty, welcome to your reading. Let's figure out what wish of yours will come true soon. I want to start at the end of your spread here with this 3 of Pentacles, because I think this is really the energy that a lot of you are embodying. You're very hardworking. That's the energy that I get from this pile, and a lot of you are maybe very type A. You have a lot of perfectionist tendencies to the point where you don't really want to go after something if you don't feel like you have everything in order, if you don't feel like you're the right fit, if you don't feel confident enough in your skills or your abilities. And most of the time you are really good at things. So I think really this is more of a self-critical situation. Because with the 3 of Pentacles, you really guard the things that you have achieved for yourself. And you have achieved a lot for yourself because you are so hardworking, because you're diligent, because you get along with other people so well. And that's also coming through in the card next to 3 of Pentacles in the spread, this Knight of Pentacles, which is the energy that you are embodying. So the Knight of Pentacles is the hardest working knight in all of tarot. I really see this as someone who maybe is not necessarily ambitious, like you're not really gunning to be noticed, but everything that you do, you put 110% into. And I think that for a lot of you, it comes from a place of not wanting to give anyone room to criticize you. So you feel like if I'm perfect and I do everything right, then no one can, say something bad to me or hurt my feelings because I will have known that I did everything I can do. And I think, obviously, perseverance, working hard, diligence are good virtues to have. However, we can't rest our perception of ourselves on how much we are doing for other people or how much we are living up to these standards of like perfection that we have put out for ourselves. Because again, I'm really picking up that a lot of you have very strong perfectionist tendencies. A lot of you could be Geminis or Virgos or have prominent Gemini Virgo placements in your natal chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, but you tend to be very analytical, but specifically towards yourself. You want everything that you do to be perfect. Again, you don't want any room for criticism. And I think because of that, you do sometimes hold yourself back in certain areas because you feel like I'm not prepared yet. So what does that mean? For example, let's say that you really want to try to get a job writing, but you don't feel like you're a good enough writer. So you feel like maybe I should take some writing courses first before I do it. So because of that, you haven't tried yet. Maybe you really want to date someone, but you feel like I'm just not confident enough in my looks. I don't feel like I'm attractive enough yet. I need to glow up before I can date someone. You know, it's that kind of energy of I have to put my life on hold. I have to put on hold these things that I want for myself until I feel like I've reached this threshold that no one else is holding me to. And I can really tell this through the body language in your spread. So in the middle of your spread, we have this Emperor card. And if you look at this card, they're holding up a shield to the cards to the left. And kind of they have the Knight of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles standing behind them. So this is what they're defending. So it's almost like you are very, you hold on to these perfectionist tendencies because I think, again, maybe in the past when you were younger, going after something and trying to be perfect all the time and not applying yourself in a situation where maybe you won't be perfect automatically did save you from criticism or people being unnecessarily rude to you. But I think ultimately it has made you someone who is afraid to take risk because you're kind of defending yourself against this Three of Cups and this Two of Swords. So the Three of Cups is a card about celebration. It's about letting loose. It's about having fun. And again, I feel like for a lot of you, because you have perfectionist tendencies, you feel like I can't have this specific fun thing I envision for my life until I reach this imaginary goal or I do this or whatever. I think for a lot of you, because of that, you have been depriving yourself of some of the joys of life around you. And that's also coming through in this Two of Swords here, which in this particular card is a card about agreements. It's about being able to come together with other people. It's about being able to open yourself up to compromise and connecting with other people. So I think for a lot of you in particular, your standards of perfection have prevented you from maybe cultivating community, friendships, romantic relationships, love. So for example, some of you, maybe you were like, I really just need to focus on school. I don't need to do anything else. And because you were so focused on getting excellent grades, which you did, you just didn't really end up having much of a social life. And so now you feel a little bit lonely. But anyway, the point of all this, Fred, is what wish is coming true soon. So the wish that is coming true is that you are going to overcome this. You are going to be able to put down that shield and allow yourself to have more joy in your life. You're going to be able to let go of some of those perfectionist tendencies that are holding you back and be able to live more in the moment. And that's also really coming through in the pile marker you selected, Beauty, which says grace, loveliness, integrity of form and spirit. So this card really is about being true to your authentic self and how when you allow yourself to enjoy things and be kind to other people and reach out and make connections, your true beauty shines through. So if you feel like you are just not good enough in a lot of ways, you don't have to prove yourself. You can just be who you are, be your authentic self, and people will be drawn to you. Opportunities will fall in your lap because you are hardworking And the universe does want you to live a little and have fun. That's also coming through in the Sea Melodies cards you selected. So we have Dive, which says you don't find pearls on the seashore, which basically means you don't get the treasure if you don't take the risk. So again, even though you are maybe stuck in your routine, you're scared to do these things that you've never done before, or you're scared that you're not good enough, you don't get the reward of the risk until you do it. And so the universe, again, is really telling you it's time to make this wish come true. You're going to make this wish come true of you being more outgoing, being more adventurous, having more fun, allowing yourself to relax more, not holding yourself to such high standards, not being so self-critical. And your second Sea Melodies card says Rescue, which says help others in need or ask for assistance when you need it. So this is really saying to you, you don't have to take on all of these things by yourself. All of these standards, all of these rules that you've made for yourself of what kind of person you need to be before you can experience X, Y, and Z or enjoy X, Y, and Z, or you need to do this every day. You really need to think about how much you're taking on that is not really your responsibility, or something that no one else is expecting you to do. Free yourself from these guidelines that are hindering your ability to grow, because there is safety in routine and perfection, but that is not really where the pearls are. That's not where the risk of, the reward is. That's not where the growth is. And again, that's a wish that's coming true. Maybe that's a New Year's resolution that you had, that you really wanted to start enjoying life more and have more adventures and get more out of life. And I do see that happening for you soon. So congratulations to you, my pile fours. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I put out a new video once a week. Thank you again, and take care.